Brad, we're out for a quick succession again. This is 3 fights since you picked up your first loss, which was a fight against Pucci, who was coming to win, and you blew yourself out in that first round.
Yeah, listen, I think that's one of the best things that could have ever happened in hindsight. So, you know what I mean, we learn, we move on, we do everything right moving forward, and like I say, a lesson was learned that night.
I think a good lesson learned, because since then you got out very quickly after that. It was only about 3 or 4 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Where you fought the Baltic Bomber.
Yeah, straight back out.
Picked up a 40-36 win over him, and then last time out we was at the Doncaster Dome, and you did the best that you can do against Seamus Devlin, and you won 40-36. A silly tough man. I think that was his 51st fight, and never been stopped.
Yeah, Seamus is a tough kid. I hit him with a backhand and he sort of just smiled at me. So it was one of them where all I needed to do was box, get that confidence, and I enjoyed it. Everyone saw how much I enjoyed it, just being in there, relaxed, calm, and just enjoyed my job for once.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. You call a phoenix because you rose from the ashes. You used to be a big, heavy kid.
Yeah.
That's not the case no more. You don't have time to get fat because you're fighting that regular. Because a week on Saturday, you're back in Hull. Or first time in Hull, I should say.
Yeah, first time in Hull. We're going on I say an away day. It's not far, but it's still an away day. Still taking a good amount of support there, and I want to be active this year. One thing I want to be is active this year, and by end of year I want to be challenging for an area title.
Listen, if you don't fight again all year after this fight, you have been active, mate. Because like I say, that's 4 fights in 6 months. So, like I say, the best lesson that you learned, because you got back out there and you kept yourself busy, and then the last 2 fights you controlled against 2 very tough men, and controlled them with ease. Now you've got a real good test. You've got Harry Matthews, close to 100 fights now. I think he's on about 93 fights or something like that, or 88 fights, I'm not sure exactly, but very experienced man, built like an absolute tank.
Yeah.
But he can box as well, you know, and it looks like you've been preparing well, because I just spoke to your coach and you were telling me you've been down sparring Mark Heffron.
Yeah, so Harry's a good kid. I know Harry anyway. He's a good boxer. He's been in with some really tough opponents. I think he did 4 rounds with Chris Eubank Jr.
He did.
So he's a very experienced kid. He knows the ring, so I've got to be switched on. And what better sparring than Mark Heffron is similar
sort of build. Well, how did that come about then, Mr. Heffron? I mean, British and Commonwealth super middleweight champion.
Yeah, so I was down at Joe's sparring Jose Burton through obviously Jimmy's links with Hosea and Tyson.
Jose's got a big fight with Zorro. Isn't he from around this area, Zorro?
I think so, yeah, and that's obviously a big fight coming up, just announced, and can't wait to watch that. But I sparred Hosea, and then the week after, obviously we're preparing for that fight, so we had some cruiserweights in, and I ended up sparring Mark, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Learning off of kids like that, you can't buy that experience, and
no,
iron sharpens iron, and I'm getting there. I can see my ring craft is improving every single session.
Not only that, you're taking yourself out of your comfort zone as well, because you go into his backyard, you know.
Yep.
Sparring in someone else's gym is always much harder than if you bring him down to this place.
That's it. I'm still a kid from Donny. I'm just a lad from Donny, and when you're sparring the likes of Mark Heffron, Hosea Burton, and then there's Natasha Jonas stood there watching you, and other big names, and you're like, right.
No, because you're already spoiled. You're the guy who goes up to train regular with Tyson Fury, the biggest name and the biggest man in professional boxing.
Yep. But they're all idols to me, and like it's nice to. They're just normal people, and you start to see that. And these last few spars have just given me confidence in my ability. I realise how good I can be and how much I am building, and I'm going to take that into the next fight. We're going to grow and grow and grow, and then let's see where we go. The phoenix is rising.
Yeah, no, I must admit, I love your enthusiasm, because you do really enjoy it. I mean, I've just been watching here today. You've not stopped smiling here. It seems to be this place is growing. I mean, we've got loads of new kids that are turning over, as well as the regular, Jamie Mellor, there's yourself. Who's the other couple of kids that have been down there? Obviously, Matt Harkin, who's on the same show as you a week on Saturday. But you've got a real close knit with everyone here.
The gym's great. It's always been a family at Freedom, and we don't just let anybody in. You've got to be the right sort of person. We've got some characters in here. Matty, what a character, what a good lad. We've got Josh, new heavyweight on the scene, just going through all his interviews and stuff now. I've never seen an heavyweight throw as many punches in all my life.
Well, there's two heavyweights here. Which one's the one with the beard?
Josh, big beard. He throws flurries of punches. He's got an engine on him for an heavyweight. And Big Jimmy, he can move as well. He's light on his feet.
I was just watching him before. He's very light on his feet, Big Jimmy, isn't he?
He is, yeah. For a big lad, he can move. It reminds me a bit like Tyson can move on his feet. Very rare you get heavyweights like that, but two good lads. The spars in here sometimes I think I'd have paid for that when they go at it, but it's all good. The gym's growing. Lewis back in training, which is fantastic, and just there's a massive buzz around this place again, and it helps.
And the good thing about this is you come successful. Hopefully, it'll take you to win number 6 in Hull. It looks like you've got another day already penciled in back at the Dome, isn't it?
Exactly, yes. So get this one out of the way, do what I know I need to do, and get through it unscathed, and get that win, and then we move on to a 6-rounder in my next fight. That's the next step.
This will be your first 6-rounder.
First 6-rounder on the own show.
So everything's going perfect then?
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, and hopefully it continues.
End of the year, we look to see who's got that area title, and we go for that. So.
And what weight's that going to be? Is that going to be a light heavyweight? Yeah?
Light heavyweight, yeah. I think I'm comfortable at it. Obviously, we were supposed to maybe box at cruiserweight last time, but I ended up making 12 stone 10. So we know we can make 12-7 day before. Jimmy did sneakily ask if I wanted to make 12 stone earlier, but I don't think I've got it in me to get down to.
But you never know, though.
You never know. I'd be a big super middleweight if I did get down to there.
Super middleweight. I say, well, listen. Good luck for the 15th. I'll be down there at Hull City Hall.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'll be chatting to you afterwards. I'm saying win number 6.
Hopefully, because I missed you after last
I did.
fight.
No, I missed it. I was filming them, wasn't I?
Yeah.
But fortunately, you get a chance to watch it back because I was filming them. A wonderful camera work, wasn't it?
Exactly. always. It's a pleasure to have you down here.
But it's always a pleasure to watch you, and I quite like your fans because they're mental and they really bring some noise for you, don't you?
Yeah, they always start drinking at about 12 o'clock. I say I'm not on till later, but they love it. It's a good day out, and they always bring the noise. So yeah, can't wait.
Right, well, listen, good luck for the 15th. And like I say, hopefully I'll be chatting to you and we'll be talking about win number 6.
Cheers, Lee.
Take care, mate. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.